Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Uh, Sorry I haven't been able to post as regularly as I used to because circumstance changed and yeah, I've been absolutely busy. But because my channel is the topic surrounding my channel is on human trafficking, and it has to do with my personal profile and the laws surrounding my case. A lot of my video clips are scripted, so from time to time because I have to do a bit of research and give a lot of thought of what I'm going to talk about. But this video clip will be an introduction into my civil case that I had put on Facebook, if you've been following me, from 2016 to 2018. First of all, I start off before I actually started with the civil case. The root cause of the case was due to a historical cyberbullying that I was subject to historically. So the evidence is historical, hence is the reason why there were all kinds of documentations on my Facebook page, but they all link to the intense issues that was surrounding at that time of the actual court case to do with me. But what had actually happened was I was railroaded out of my occupation of 13 years from my employer. Unfortunately, I knew that it was going to take place, and it did take place at that time. They used the terminology of medical terminated, which, I knew they had no evidence at all to support what they had written. With my advantage over the opposition was that of my experience and the knowledge that I had gained over the years doing my occupation as a registrar, deputy registrar. Because not only because it was a historical problem, common sense would be that eventually, it's not going to get any better because I was slowly going through a downhill roller coaster ride historically I don't know what these people want to call it, but it is cyberbullying and it's unacceptable behavior. I did pursue the case with the employment tribunal, but I went through the process first, but it was resolved at the mediation, and the medical terminated decision was cancelled, and so I actually resigned. But in saying that, that's a separate issue. So what I was actually dealing with in the civil courts was my medical records. There's nothing more personal than your medical records. So something that you must be aware of as far as anything to do with your personal profile, it is your personal right to make sure that the information on your personal profile with everybody that you are a client to is 100% accurate. The reason for this is because it will not only affect your reputation, but it affects anything else legally to do with you. For example, a will, for example, anything legally. Yeah, because especially when it's to do with the use of the Mental Health Act. Yeah, but yeah, it was quite really discouraging at the time when I actually went through it. But I was determined in my heart that I was not going to allow these people to destroy not only destroy my reputation, let them get away with something that is classed as fraud in the criminal jurisdiction. So what had actually happened was I did win the case at the employment, and so I decided to deal with the medical records because it needed to be cleared, and it's common sense that it had to be cleared. So I lodged a civil case against 6 doctors at that time. But because of what I was going through, I felt that these people thought that they were in their jurisdiction to do what they were doing, and that they actually thought that they were actually covered because of the agreement that was made in 2016. But unfortunately, anything serious in the criminal jurisdiction, if it's dishonesty, fraud, like my case, it definitely falls in the criminal jurisdiction. Okay, if you've been watching me on Facebook, you would have viewed documentations that I had actually posted as true legal documents in support of my historical court case. So if you've been watching me, then you've got the advance of already knowing what I'm talking about. So for those who are new in my channel, the documentations were actually put on Facebook publicly. The names of the parties and everything that I had written and put on my page at that time were real names, real people, real complaints, real legal, everything. So you would see that my case, I'd attempted to pursue for justice to clear my medical records. So I will explain the mental health assessments in my own words in another video, because the reason for this video is only an introduction, but the reason for this is because there were 2 separate medical assessments that were made in 2 separate occasions at the time of my employment. One was done in 2008. Not only that, I do still have one more incident video clip I need to make that's important. The evidence was already already public on Facebook. But it was a separate issue, but it entails surrounding the 2009 mental health assessment. The other one was in 2015, same employer, but different, different circumstances similar, but different types of different people. So they're different people used in this incident, but in saying that, it's the same after the thought crime that was committed, as far as the writing of the mental health assessments and the appointments that were actually made. So one was done 2009, the other one was 2015. But the case that was in the civil was against 6 medical practitioners. all 6 of them. You would have seen all the names too at that time on my page. Because it was work related, unfortunately it's a separate issue. So that's the reason why I am within my rights to have that cleared properly. So the case started on the 4th of July 2016 in the District Court, and then it went to the High Court and the Court of Appeal and the Supreme Court. So I'm still kind of decide how to deal with this publicly, but I am within my rights to clear my name, because you have to people have to understand that anything that public office, they call them now, right, public, it is public information and you're entitled to it. So any judgments and stuff like that, or assessments made, that's public information. So which means it's no secret about it. So I'm entitled within my right as the the plaintiff in this matter, to have my say publicly, and to also let you know, where I'm at as far as my case is concerned and the process that I went through. So I will leave this video clip at this stage short. I just thought I'd come on my page and do a little update, because I know everyone will be wondering what's happened to me, but I have been absolutely busy in the last few weeks or so, just going through some changes. So I will do more video clips, and yeah, so I'll leave it at this for now, and I'll talk to you soon.